As some of the Imperium's finest, their tactics and subterfuge warfare make the Raven Guard some of the most feared of the Adeptus Astartes, with their speed, stealth and precision. In this video, we'll be showing you how to paint a Space Marine Terminator in the colours of the shadowy Raven Guard. We'll be painting efficiently, so you'll be able to get your Terminators ready to defend the Imperium on the battlefield in no time at all. And by following this guide, you can easily paint any other Raven Guard in your collection, and soon you'll have a whole army ready before you know it. If you're new to painting, you can check out the Citadel Colour Painting Essentials videos to learn all about paints and techniques. The paints we've used are on the screen right now. These are the colours of the Raven Guard, but remember, you can paint your miniatures however you like. Also on the screen now is any additional equipment we've used, but feel free to use whatever brushes you're most comfortable with. The first thing we need to do is undercoat the miniature, and for this we've used Chaos Black, as the majority of this model is in black. You'll also need a pot of Abaddon Black to hand. This will help if we need to tidy up any mistakes. First we'll apply lead belcher to any metal details, like piping, vents, weapons and that targeting array. We want a few thin coats to fully cover over the black base coat, so thin it down and apply multiple coats. But don't worry about being neat at this stage, as we'll be covering any mistakes with our next colour. Once you've finished with all your lead belcher details, we'd best change that paint water, as we don't want any metallic flakes getting into our next paints. Next we'll be painting the armour using Corvus Black. We'll try to leave the recesses in our undercoated colour, or we can pick them back out with a small layer brush and our pot of Abaddon Black. A few thin layers of this colour will cover over smoothly and cover any lead belcher smudges. So use different brushes to make sure you get the right coverage for the size of area you're painting. Next we'll apply Corax White to the right shoulder pad, chest eagle and parts of the Power Fist. You may find that you have to apply 2 to 3 thin coats to get a nice solid white colour over the black, so let each layer dry to get a nice smooth finish. When painting parts of the Power Fist, draw a white line down 1/3 of the left side of the fist, then on the right. Then we can fill it in with the rest of the colour. This just marks out how wide we want that white area to be. After this you can tidy up any smudges or wonky lines with Corvus Black. And with the whites dry, we can move on to painting the Crux Terminatus in Celestial Grey. A couple of thin coats will be enough to fully cover over the black undercoat, so just be careful around the edges, as we don't want to get any of the grey onto the armour or other details. If you do though, you can tidy back up with Corvus Black or Corax White depending on the area. Now we'll paint the parchment with Wraithbone. This might be only 1 or 2 small details, so it won't take long to paint. Just make sure you avoid any other details and make sure you leave the paint to dry smoothly. As it's near the black details, if you do smudge this colour, don't worry, just leave it to dry and tidy up afterwards. Next we'll apply Mephiston Red to the lenses and the Purity Seal wax. Just apply this like all of the other base paints we've used, in small thin layers. When it comes to painting the lenses, just take your time and use the smallest brush you have. You can always tidy up any mistakes afterwards. When all those paints are applied and fully dry, we'll apply Nuln Oil in 2 ways. We'll use it straight out the pot to cover over the lead belcher details. Then we'll thin down Nuln Oil with a little drop of water. Then we'll apply it over the Crux Terminatus, Mephiston Red details, Wraithbone Parchment and the Corax White Chest Eagle. With that shade now dry, we'll highlight the silver details with Stormhose Silver. We don't need to go over the top with this, we just want to pick out those most prominent and visible details. The bolter ammo clips and the piping look great with this colour. Then we'll highlight the black armour with Mechanicus Standard Grey. We'll thin down the paint and roll the brush on the palette to get a point. This also really helps to remove any excess paint. Now we're ready for highlighting. We'll be highlighting areas that are more visible, like the top of the armour, the Power Fist, legs and chest. So if you can't see it, don't paint it. And to finish it off, we'll highlight the white armour with White Scar. Just like with the last highlight, we only want to focus on these edges and details we can see, or that we can get done quickly. And there we are! Your Raven Guard Terminator is now complete, ready to strike from the shadows and hunt down the Xenos filth. Now we can go base our model and add our transfers. We've used Sterling Mud to base our model, and if you'd like to learn more about technical paints, we've got a video all about them. For more tutorials, tips and tricks, check out citadelcolor.com. Or head to your local Warhammer store where our amazing staff will be happy to help you. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you next time. Bye bye!